In nasty nigga news, and yes, you heard correctly, I repeat, in nasty nigga news, Polish developer apologizes following the criticism for naked sauna job requirement. So apparently over in Poland, there's a game studio that required you to be a naked nigga. Let's find out what this is about. A Polish developer has come under fire for expecting employees to agree to mandatory sauna sessions. Dick all out, pussy, titties all out, nipples all out, shoulders all out, ass cheeks all out, ankles are hella loose. They said, look, while we're working on this shitty 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania game or another shitty indie Doom clone, when we're done working for 8 to 14 hours, you're gonna get in the sauna with your boss with your dick out. Let's see what they have to say. In a now viral LinkedIn exchange, Spectrum Studio creative director, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Jacket, approached narrative designer and writer Alexandra about working for his studio. Walona replied to the state, Jacket had previously approached her about a job and she had declined as it required her to agree to mandatory and reportedly he said, you better report to these naked sauna sessions. First of all, requiring your employees to do a sauna session after a long day of game development when motherfuckers want to go home is already weird in itself. But you could spin that to like, hey, it's not mandatory, but we would love as a team bonding after a long, hard day of work, let's hop in the sauna because there are health benefits to the sauna. It relaxes your muscles. It gets rid of toxins. There's studies that are shown that it reduces the length of colds and also prevents them. It's great after a workout. I love hopping in the sauna after a workout. So you could make that argument as long as it wasn't mandatory. Like, hey, we're doing some team building. We can chat. We can get in the sauna. It's going to be totally free in the building. When you made it mandatory and you said a nigga had to be naked. Oh, and by the way, you also said it to your female employees. Shit's getting weird. Jacket started a conversation with me under a post about me looking for a job. And he did this shit on LinkedIn. I did my research on him in his studio and politely declined because of the sauna thing, Walona told Eurogamer. I later, lock his ass up. I later posted about the situation about all in-games employees that weren't getting paid and are now looking for a job since I am also owed a lot of money by this company. Suddenly, Jacket appeared offering me a job again. I reminded him that I declined and told him why, which can be seen on those viral screenshots, they explained. Jacket then started to convince me and others that there's nothing wrong with that he's expecting his employees to show up butt-ass naked, sweating on the floor as they develop video games. He a fan, freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god. This is crazy. Reportedly, publisher All In Games hasn't paid its employees for half a year. They haven't paid the employees either? You haven't paid your employees in half of 2024 and you want them to get naked. This is crazy. As a result of its temporary financial crisis. Is this the P. Diddy of gaming? I don't know how to pronounce his name. P. Worski has amended a number of his comments on LinkedIn in time since his initial post. He deleted the tweets, but still defends the decision to ask employees to participate in sauna sessions, stating the requirement is in place because it is what the studio's game is about. What kind of game are you making? Coming to PlayStation 5. Naked niggas in the sauna. What are you talking about? This is a game I don't want to. Yeah, this dude made a cult. I don't want to waste my time to explain what's the difference between Ruska, Biana, or dry sauna. You have to feel it. Oh, you gotta feel it, he said. A job listing for the game is referring to the reads as follows. Spectrum Studio is working on a new groundbreaking game. A mix of Life is Strange, Final Fantasy, Heart of Darkness, some shit I never heard of. And is that an acronym for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2? This nigga is nasty. This nigga's nasty. This is nasty work. This nigga's the P. Diddy of gaming. I'm calling it right now. Am I reading? That's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, right? This nigga said, all right, guys, I've got a game. It's gonna be like Life is Strange with Cloud. Cloud's gonna pull his big ass dick sword out, and he's gonna be on a skateboard. And in order to reenact the animations, I need everybody in the studio to get naked and ride that skateboard with your dick and pussy out. Fuck a trust fall. Fuck a trust fall, nigga. Every other studio, we're doing trust falls. Not here. You're gonna trust me with that dick. You're gonna trust me with that dick. This is crazy. Main character will be a sauna master and will be in charge of performing in various saunas. You're gonna perform smells, music, choreography, and everything. I'm joking, but he's serious. This nigga wants to do Oh my God, bruh. The jokes, I'm dead ass about to cry. The jokes, right? I'm so glad. I'm not gonna lie. Today I felt like I had nothing to talk about because like I just be scrolling on the timeline. I just be scrolling on the timeline. Any headline that looks halfway interesting, I just save it. I'll be like, I'm gonna save it for the pod. I'm gonna save it for the stream, and we'll talk about it. I don't read none of these articles. I just read the headline because I want a raw reaction. This is crazy. You got to do choreography in the sauna. Yeah, this is an Epstein Island simulator. The studio then lists the position's requirements. And its mandatory sessions are specified. There's no mention of nudity here. Spectrum Studio also said it would provide planning and saunas free of charge within the post. Thank God the saunas will be free. On a separate LinkedIn thread, the head of the studio said this mandate is not about getting naked. Then why did you ask them about getting naked? But rather experiencing different kinds of saunas. The developer said the wetness level inside of certain saunas can get very high, and if someone uses a towel in it, may result with fungal infection, which is why there are times participants are recommended to go in the nude. And like that stuff is true, but why do they need to physically display that? That's a Google search. Then you put it in the game. This nigga wants them wet and wild. In a further comment, the head of the studio asked Walona, the person that was trying to get the job, if she would hire an engineer to build an aeroplane if they didn't understand the mechanics that can make a plane fly. This is something that the head of the studio said he would not do. One needs to understand the assignment and that one is very specific, he wrote. Walona pointed out there's a big difference between making sure a candidate is suitable for any given job and an employer expecting its staff to be naked during the work-related activities. You had a lot of time to prove me wrong to write a scene in a sauna without being in the sauna. Instead, we're wasting time on social media. This nigga's an asshole. So the people who were trying to get a job were complaining and saying, yo, this is sexual harassment. This is weird. And instead of saying, no, this is not what it is. I'm sorry. I'm going to redact those statements. You guys don't have to do that. He's doubling down. He's standing on business. He said, bitch, you're on Twitter running your mouth when you can be naked in this sauna. This nigga's crazy. P. Diddy of gaming. The Polish P. Diddy. My narrative girls had to go to the sauna with me to come up with an amazing script for a proof of concept. Technically, it's possible to do it without it, but I absolutely adore the fact they could use their sauna experience to write awesome scenes. This nigga in the chat said he's trying to make the Gran Turismo of saunas, the Forza of saunas. This is crazy. The head of the studio has now released a full statement regarding Spectrum Studios' sauna mandate. In a video shared on the studio's LinkedIn page, he apologized to Walona. I didn't intend to embarrass, hurt, offend, or show disrespect towards Miss Walona. My choices of words was bad. I didn't state my intentions clearly. I didn't explain why taking a sauna is so important and practically essential for me, he said. I wasn't expecting that I would receive as... Oh my God. He's done... I wasn't expecting that it would be received as pretentious and cause negative connotations. Translation: I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. That's not a real apology. He noted that his use of narrative girls was wrong and meant only to convey that the narrative team at the time was for all females. The head of the studio further spoke for how passionate he is about the sauna experience. In recruiting, I took an iron rule about talking to saunas and people's openness to this experience, he stated. I'm looking for people equally passionate about the culture for taking saunas open to the experience that are part of the culture. Who is passionate about a sauna video game and like the culture? What are you talking about? I believe that personal experience of a subject helps with understanding the sauna culture. Right. Wrong, by the way. The head of the studio continued. This man keeps going. I agreed that the words I choose could be perceived that it was encouraging to take a sauna session with the company boss. It was not my intention. I proposed, and I am still proposing candidates experience the sauna session female only and male only, as long as it reflects the real sauna experience. Yo, first of all, my nigga, cancel this game. This game fucking sucks. This is why I need to get into consulting. This shit is going double nickel, nigga. It's going double plastic. Nobody's buying this game. Shut it down. I'm not even reading the rest of this. I don't care. Yeah, he's sorry he got caught. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is how I'm going to end this fucking article. I'm not going to lie. In this day and age, I do feel like certain words and verbiage gets thrown around too much. And I feel like what happens is it waters things down. It becomes the boy who cried wolf. And it affects the people who are really going through things. I say that to say, this is one of the times where, like, I'm not gonna lie, this nigga's nasty. Lock him up. And, like, to all the niggas that be discrediting chicks and shit, be dismissive of people's stories, people who be going through things, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on the woman's side with this shit. This is crazy. There's no need for this. There's no need for this. He is a freaky ass nigga, a 69 god. Freaky ass nigga better stay his ass inside. What game have y'all made? What game have y'all made? Yeah, run for your life. What's the name of the studio? It's Spectrum Studio, I think. Yeah, Spectrum Studio. Let's look at what games they made. Oh, no, this is in California. This is in California. Polish studio. Where's the real one? Spectrum Studio. Is this it right here? I might not be able to find it. Fake ass website. You lucky I can't find your website, boy. I can't find it. There's another article right here. They actually have the screenshots of this shit. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this shit, chat. Story wasn't gender specific. He was creeping on both. Well, in specific, it was the woman that brought it up. That's why I said that. Look at this nigga. This nigga look creepy. Jacket. Put him in a straitjacket. This is crazy. So, you know, if you want to run a business, you know, be a good boss. Quit being a fucking creep. Hire people because they are qualified. They're good workers. They're loyal. But don't be a nasty sauna nigga, bro. This is weird. And to Spectrum Studio, go ahead and cancel this game. I'm gonna go ahead and make it. Nobody wants to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater. You know what's funny? He described this shit as Final Fantasy meets Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Not Tony Hawk Pro Skater, like we're taking skateboarding elements. Specifically Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. What are you gonna do, like a manual on your dick? What are you talking about, right? What the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, other shit I got. Apparently, IGN had a gameplay. They got some chance to play some Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're thinking wrong. He didn't want a business. This was a ploy to get his girls in the sauna. Yeah, that's what they were saying. This shit is weird. Tony Hawk Pro Skeeter doing combos in the sauna. Like, I got tears in my eyes. Like, I can't believe what I just read. Let's see what IGN got to say about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Am I 17 years old? No, I'm just like the kid in me would have clicked no like a dumbass.
What's good, everyone? Michael and Miranda here.
Oh, shout out to my man Mike. He be wearing the GI merch when he be on IGN and shit. He fuck with the show. Shout out to Mike. I met him in real life plenty of times. Good dude.
And we just saw Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we got a big gameplay demo where we saw Naue and Yasuke, both the protagonists, in action. I wanted to ask you, which of these characters did you like more and why?
I personally liked Yasuke. I know it's a little bit different because his combat focus is very like heavy melee, like, okay, we're going like head to head with swords, like this is a formal duel, which makes sense for a samurai. The person playing very explicitly said too, it's like he's not taking to the rooftops, he's barging through doors, which we literally saw, and then also through like half of a house, just ran straight through it, knocking down everything. And I was like, yeah, I like that forward approach. I want to be direct. I just want to like smash heads in, which
Who y'all feel like y'all gonna play more, Naue or Yasuke? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm gonna play much of Yasuke. I might try it for like a few hours just to kind of get some footage, get a feel for it, so I can speak on it. But I'm playing Assassin's Creed to be an assassin.
he absolutely did. It was pretty brutal, and I like that.
Yasuke. I see a lot of Yasuke's.
More my preferred character because it reminds me of Tenchu in a way, and I feel like
that's what I like to hear. Tenchu.
Things like Ghost of Tsushima, and other games that take place in feudal Japan. But I think she has a lot of tools that cater to my play style and a little bit more of the traditional Assassin's Creed. So I think that's one of the distinctions I got from seeing this was Naue kind of represents the classic Assassin's Creed, whereas Yasuke kind of.
I was sorry. I literally can't get over what the fuck I just read. I can't. Oh my god. Yo, let me. Oh my god. Yo, as soon as they said we want you to do choreography in the sauna, it made me think of this shit, bro. Bye. This is what he wanted to do in the sauna. This shit is so nasty, man. Imagine this. Imagine this. You've been struggling to find a job for the last year. You get excited. You finally get hired. You get good pay, benefits. Your first day of work, you clocking out. Your boss grab you by your fucking, where you going, nigga? Take them clothes off. Get in the sauna. Do a little dance for me. Do that. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye. And you better sing this shit. Look at him. Look at JT. You have to do that. That's what he wanted you to do. He wanted you to do that. Let me stop before I get a copyright strike. Freaky ass nigga. He is 69.
Kind of represents, the change that was made with Origins, where
they wanted you to perform. Yeah, gotta let it burn. Usher, gotta let it burn.
Get the best of both worlds there. When you approach the castle for the mission that we got showcased,
dick swinging
them, and it's in a way it's kind of like, which weapon set do you want to use? Because in old Assassin's Creed, it's like what do you have equipped is going to dictate how you approach those enemies. So now you have distinct characters that do it. Same objective. It's just a different.
I had some gamer subs, by the way.
I'm curious if there's going to be any story
implications
as to who you choose in these particular situations, because Yasuke and Naue are kind of working together story-wise, and they will be available at certain points for you to play as. But overall, after this, how are you feeling about Shadows?
It looks like Assassin's Creed. I mean, I feel like there's still more for us to be seen because they said, oh, there's a big open world, there's a lot to explore, and really all we saw was like a straight line to combat. And that's okay, but for me, Assassin's Creed, as a guides person, is the collectibles. Like, what is there to do? Like, where are the secrets? Like, what's the mystery here?
That is not collectibles is not Assassin's Creed for me. But I still agree with her. That's kind of sus to me that they only let them straight line into some combat. I want to see the map. I want to see the map, and I want to see how much shit is on the map, because that's what's going to turn me off.
What else can I do in addition to, assassinating people?
Said I'm Omega level off the gamer subs.
I'm curious to see.
I'm going Omega.
I just want to see more. I understand that they wanted to show the different protagonists, because that is the big appeal, I think, here, in addition to the setting. So I think I'm just ready to see a little bit more, I guess.
Of course, Assassin's Creed is always going to be about the historical context, and I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. Like, everyone wanted to see.
Oh, Mike, you're canceled. According to the Go Woke, Go Broke people, Yasuke was not a samurai, not historically accurate. They finna flame your ass up, boy.
Japan, and we've had a lot of games since then, and like Yakuza Ishin is probably one
of
the
niggas with swords
that represents that era. But I want to see Assassin's Creed's take on it, because I think they take the historical context so seriously, but also flip it in their own ways. And this is, like everyone says, this is like a time period that's ripe for these sorts of things.
Yeah, there's so many iconic historical.
I hope they got the mythical animal hunts. Yeah, it'd be fire if we could hunt the nine-tailed fox.
Figures from this time, like the Warring States, Nobunaga, like so many video games have done Nobunaga that it's like, it just makes sense for Assassin's Creed to go there with it too, and I'm very excited.
So those are our impressions of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which comes.
They said it's all right, but we need to see more. That's a fair take. That's a fair take. I agree. We don't care about fake historians. Yo, when it comes to this game, everybody's a fucking Harvard scholar when it comes to history. But then niggas don't even know their own family history. What? I got diabetes? I didn't know. Well, you would have known that if you look at your grandma and your daddy, they got diabetes too because they eat on that damn candy. So you should have known you were susceptible to it too. Niggas don't even know their family history. Talking about Nobunaga and shit. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. You hear that shit? What else we got? New look at Dune Awakening, which is the MMO coming out about Dune. Got some narrative and spirituality, the alternate history, character creation, police simulator game revealed. Nigga, I'm not playing that. Fuck the police.
Joel, I would love to discuss a bit of a more technical aspect, of course, Dune Awakening.
The only game I ever played that had a cop in it was Crackdown. And that game was great. That was a superhero game. Other than that, I'm not playing no games with cops.
Survival game, it's an MMO. Two different game types, which I'm sure on the back and front end have to be treated differently. How does the player experience those different aspects from a server infrastructure point of view?
Yeah, so a lot of survival games are either you have solo games like Subnautica, you have these like, local server 8-player.
Yeah, I played Sleeping Dogs. I liked it too. Yeah. Shut up, chat. Shut up. Fuck the police.
Sort of Valheim style games. Then you have larger single server like Conan Exiles or Ark. You have large sort of
the whole chat said, "Well, actually, you played Sleeping Dogs, buddy. Max Payne. You got me. Fraud alert. Fraud watch. You got me."
These multiple maps.
Still fuck the police though.
Many hundreds. Right. So you'll be playing with lots.
You
of
got me.
Right, so it is a large world to explore and share with others.
Can I assume I am in a server with many people. Can I move between servers or can I group up with people on different servers?
I didn't play Eleanor.
Yeah, so when players start to play Dune Awakening, they choose a world. And that world allows them to, it's almost like choosing a server in an MMORPG. But it's a large infrastructure of connected servers, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But the idea is that as a player, you choose, you join, you start in a map, and from there, your experience should be relatively seamless in terms of how you explore and feel the world.
He's not really answering the question. She asked you, because that's always been kind of one of my problems about MMOs too, which I understand why it's a thing, but I would love to see a developer solve this issue. Nothing is worse than starting an MMO before your friends. They come join you like a week or two later, and the server you're on is full, so then you can't play together. So then you got to make another character on their server. It's just fucking annoying. So like that was actually a good question. Like, can we go between servers? And he's not really answering the question. He's like, "Oh, I got the jargon."
Well, the difference between
Final Fantasy 14, you could travel anytime. Yeah, but that shit costs like $15 a month. I don't play games that give me bills. I believe y'all. I believe y'all when y'all say Final Fantasy 14 is amazing. Clearly it is, because millions of people are still playing it. I got enough bills. I'm not paying that fee.
The reason we call it a survival MMO, as opposed to just a survival game, is that most survival games do one map, one server, but we have multiple connected servers running in a single world. So this is kind of where we come from, and it also allows us to have a lot more players.
You play 1,000 hours, you better love it.
So how many people am I playing with on like one server, or rather even, can I play with people from other servers? Can I group up with them? Can I be in a guild with them?
Absolutely, you can be in a guild with people across servers. There's no problem there.
That's cool.
Within your world, you can join a guild with anybody, right? When you join the game, you start in a server which is a Hager Basin, right? We call it the Hager Basin.
But can you be on the server together? Because it could be a situation where, yeah, you're in the same clan and you're earning items for your clan, but you're still on different servers.
Hager Basin is the starting server. It's a server with a minimum of 40 other players. It's a place where you can build, craft, survive, progress. If you want to play specifically with friends, you want to join the same version of Hager Basin, because Hager Basin can have multiple versions. And then from there, you move outwards.
I can select which Hager Basin I'm starting with. So like if we start in the game at the same time, I can make sure that we're spawning in the same.
Not only that, our server browser also tells you where your friends are playing.
Okay, perfect.
So it tells you exactly who's on which server. So
hey, yo, hold up. What the fuck? We got to call a pivot, chat. We got to call a pivot. Something just hit the group chat. This is crazy. Hold up. Let me pull this shit up. Let me open my group chat. So, hold up. Oh, thank you. Them niggas is weird over there. He's a former Twitch employee. Yikes. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I'm gonna let it play out. Let's get back to the gaming news. I just wanted to put that out there. Remember where you heard it first. Why did I have this up? Video Game Donkey. Remember where you heard it first if it turns out to be true. Glad stuff is getting exposed. Absolutely, because if people like that, get them the fuck up out of here, bro. Children are defenseless. They are defenseless. I don't like that shit, man. Why is there so many content creators that mess with minors? I have a theory. So the reason why I am the way that I am, and I'm so glad that my parents did this. I've always been like a hardcore gamer. First of all, it's mental illness, but I've always been a hardcore gamer. But one thing my parents always made sure is that like I was a well-rounded person. So they put me in sports. I was in debate club. I was the president of my YMCA. I did a lot of extracurricular activities. They made sure I was well socialized. There are a lot of people out here that just grew up and were not well socialized, so they think their behaviors are normal when they're not. When you don't have anybody checking you for certain things, you start to believe in it. So I think what happened is, you know, when gaming blew up in the content creator space, it doesn't change the fact that they have certain behaviors in their brain that they think is normal. But if anything, it gets worse. It empowers them because once you give that person power, it's hard to change the behavior. You can't tell them nothing. They're successful. So unfortunately, it results in that type of stuff, I think. That's just my theory. But there's no science behind that. There's no proof behind that. Yo, shout out to Mag Exotic with the sub. Appreciate it with the subs. I think it's the fact that, and then it doesn't help. If you want to be, so you want to know one of the reasons why I struggle to grow? It's because I never tried to appeal to children. The biggest content creators have a children audience. And I don't mean that as like an insult. Because obviously there are people out there that are not abusing their power. But if you want to be in the 1%, I'm in the 1%. But if you, as Bernie Sanders likes to say, the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. If you want to be in that group that's getting millions of views on every YouTube video, 10,000 plus concurrent viewers on every stream, most of your audience is children. And that's because they do certain things to appeal to those kids or whatever. As long as you're using that power responsible, I'm not mad at it. Get your money. But you know, there are people that are abusing it, unfortunately. I have no desire to appeal to that audience. I like to cuss. I like to say nigga. So I know there's a ceiling for me, and I'm okay with that. It's always why a lot of content creators 10 plus years ago fell off. Yeah, and to be fair, he's right. That's why a lot of the content creators who only appeal to children, they fall off shortly after they get big. Because what happens is their kid audience grows up and they realize all that and all that screaming that they do in their videos. You know what they do to appeal to the children. It's not funny to them when they're kids, when they're grown. So what happens is they come fuck with me. They come fuck with something a little bit more high IQ. He's not wrong. While only kind of related is anime drama became a new show. Wait, what the fuck is this? Related but unrelated. I remember I looked up top earners on YouTube and like only 2 of them were kids. Their parents are probably running the channels. This is why all of GI has been great, because y'all grown throughout the years. I've always been like a little bit older, so it just kind of like 1985. Twitch is going crazy with the ads. It's crazy. It's crazy times we living in, man. Crazy time we living in. Last but not least, before we get on this, because we've been yapping for almost 2 hours, let me get in this sub box and see if there's anything worth watching. How come you're not a teacher anymore? Doesn't pay enough. I did like the job, but it doesn't pay enough. Like the stuff that you hear. Shout out to Web Slinging with the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate you. The stuff that you hear about being a teacher is true. It doesn't pay a lot of money. And then on top of that, you don't get the proper support. Whether that be the staff that you need, or like the resources. Like if you ever heard the rumor that teachers have to pay out of their own pocket to buy supplies, that's true. I found myself going to the store to buy art paper and pencils and shit so the kids could draw. That's 100% true. I got bills. I can't do that. And then also like resources. I've told the story on stream. What I mean by resources is, so I used to work with preschool in specific, and the law was based off the age group that I worked with. I mean, it's true with every kid group. I think in high school, the number is supposed to be 15 kids to one teacher, depending on the state. For preschool, the age is 4 kids to one teacher. So if you have 8 kids in your room, you should have 2 teachers. What made me quit my job was one day we were understaffed, and I think I had 16 kids by myself, 16 3-year-olds by myself. I ended up passing out at work because I was so exhausted and like overworked and just stressed out. And I remember I hit my head. And the only reason I know I got a concussion from that shit. I was like so stressed out because like one kid wants to paint, one kid wants to draw, one wants to eat. They're pulling me all over the place. And all I remember is like I went like that. And I don't know how long I was out for, but I knew I passed out because when I woke up, I was staring at the ceiling. And imagine having a little kid, they knew it was bad. This because kids are smart. I woke up and I had a bunch of kids surrounding me and they were like, "Are you okay, Mr. Corey? Are you okay?" And I just remember the room was spinning. My head was hurting. Oh, I cussed out the staff. I quit like 2 weeks later because I had been calling them, "Yo, I need help. I need help. I need help." So that shit you hear about teachers being underpaid, not getting enough resources is facts, And what pissed me off is my coworker had called out, which left me in the room by myself. They didn't send me any support, but they had like 4 or 5 staff managers, like managers, sitting up front. And the rule is, yeah, you're a manager, but if the staff needs help, your job is not just to be on the phone. Get your ass in the classroom. They didn't do it. Oh, they got cussed out. So yeah, that's why I ended up quitting. You say, "Why are you not a teacher no more?" They don't pay enough. Fuck that shit, bro. So if you want to know why our education system is so fucked up, they don't pay the teachers enough, bro. If you want good teachers, because I've heard people complaining about the lack of quality teachers. If you want good teachers, pay them niggas, bro. I feel like the starting salary for a teacher should be at least like $75,000, depending on where you live. And then with good performance, it can go up to like 200,000 plus. Pay them niggas, bro. I just left teaching last year. Anyways, 80 to 200,000. Well, no, the reason I say 70 because it does depend on where you live. 70,000 in the Midwest is a lot of money. In New York, no. So you got to adjust it to like where you live. And then I don't know what it is like globally. I don't know how y'all money work. I'm just talking about like US. So it payments are based off where you live. Yo, shout out to official Hokage with the sub. Appreciate it. You said it is. Yeah, we know. We know rent in Milwaukee's $500 a month. We know. Yeah, 70,000 in Cali is nothing. It probably would start at 100,000. Shout out to Almighty though with the sub. In Cleveland, you're a millionaire with 75K. You're not wrong. You said check your phone. You're fucking funny, Kai. You're funny. Say it ain't so. Fraud watch. That's fucking funny. Shit. DMV feels crazy. Ecosystem makes 100K feels like nothing. Yeah, because in DC the national average is it's like 30% higher than the national average, like rent and shit like that. Oh, Subbox. What are we looking at? Let me try to find some shit. Yapping. We over here yapping. I don't know. Watcher of Dreams official hero trailer. What the fuck is this shit? Dystopia, Super Monkey Ball, Time and Galaxy. It might not be nothing in the sub box. Destiny 2 review. Drug Dealer 2 simulator. Oh, sweet. Level 0 extraction. What's this? AI product versus AI something. Fortnite. We don't care. Shadow of the Erdtree. We're playing that already. Dollhouse. Elden Ring. Dice Folks. I don't care about that. It's looking kind of weak. It's Friday. Oh, you know what? I think I saw something about Beyond Good and Evil 2. Was it 2 or was it Beyond Good and Evil? Star Wars Hunters is pretty fun. I've been trying to tell people. There it is. I've been trying to tell people it's a fun free-to-play game. New Warhammer trailer. The public school system is being sabotaged by private for profit institutions. Oh yeah, that school to prison pipeline. Absolutely. Private prisons is one of the, and I've never, by the way, I've never been suicidal. Private prisons has been one of the worst things that ever happened to the United States. It affects everybody, not just black folks. It affects everybody. You got stupid ass kids. They're gonna do stupid ass shit, which fills up the prisons, those private prisons. Then they met, and if for those of you unaware, slavery is still legal. It's still legal if they're in jail. I've never been suicidal. Morbid metal. What the fuck is this shit? In Zone 2. We got mecha dinosaurs. The Berlin apartment. That sounds horrible. Some of the worst things are all for profit. Some of the worst aspects of Americans. Navalis. Oh yeah, you see the Space Marine. I want to watch that Space Marine too. That's the Dune shit. I just realized I haven't been in the sub box in like 2 or 3 days, so I got to scroll a lot. Madden 25. Let's go. Football. Woo! Hysteria early access. Luigi's Mansion. It's sad when you say that you have to say you've never been suicidal. I say it every single time I feel like I say something controversial because you just never know, bruh. You just never know. I'm not a super conspiracy theorist, but I do find it very suspicious that anybody who ever tried to make a real change got assassinated. So you gotta be careful, man. I'm a history guy. Will you talk about the new Marvel vs. Capcom collection? Yeah, I will. Does anybody know? Because that shit is only coming to the Switch and the PS4. Does anybody, Xbox take a L. Does anybody know whether or not that's backwards? Is that compatible with the PS5? I know a lot of PS4 games are compatible with the PS5, but I don't know how that works because I don't play PS4 games on my PS5. Does anybody know if it'll work on the PS5? Because I want to buy a hard copy. I was literally deadass. I'm glad you brought that up. No cap. I deadass was looking to pre-order this shit before the stream and I saved it to remind myself. You said yes? Okay, so I'm going to buy a hard copy because for those of you unaware, this is the first time Marvel vs. Capcom 2 has been released in like 15 years or something like that. So, and you know, these motherfuckers be pulling games off the digital stores all the time. So if you love this game, I would highly recommend you buy a hard copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Your location's on display. I don't care. You niggas don't have my exact address. And even if you do, I got something for you. Ask the stalker I had last year. This is not one of those streams, nigga. This is not one of those streams. I am not pussy. What I was about to say. But yeah, if you love Marvel vs. Capcom 2 like me, I'd highly suggest buying a hard copy. Just because you never know how this digital shit goes. Yeah, we not finna get bullied over here. Republic of Pirates official launch trailer. Ooh, a Skull and Bones competitor. Official dwarf. You had a stalker? Yeah, I had one last year. It's all good. He was like texting me during my streams and shit, trying to like intimidate me. Well, I know where your parents live. Okay. And my father, it was in the military. Go find. I literally called my dad and I said, hey, I apologize because I know that they live a private life. My parents are retired in Alabama. They're not old. They're like in their 50s. I was just like, hey, I chose this life. I'm just letting you know I got a weird ass nigga on my phone saying he knows where you live, where you and mom live. Because I don't play that shit. My several of my aunts, my mom and dad take care of some of my family. They got like a multiple house setup in Alabama. So I got a lot of family that lives. I don't play that shit. Call my dad. I was just letting him know. Keep it on you. Play that shit with me if you want to. That nigga shoots. You said fine. Or hey, you gonna fuck around and find out. Yeah, all my family got guns. Play that shit. Just be on the watch out if there's somebody weird around the house. That's all I see. I don't see nothing interesting. Rainbow. They ruined that game. All right, let's watch some of these trailers before we get on this damn game. Yeah, we don't call. Oh no, we call 911. We call 911 after you. Yeah, let me stop all the tough talk because real rap. You don't want to carry that type of energy. It's more so my energy is like, I'm not pussy. That's always my stance. Because you shouldn't walk around like you tough and shit. You don't want to welcome that type of energy. But I do have that, like, don't get it twisted. Just because I don't start shit don't mean you can't get got, nigga. Don't play with me. Yo, shout out to Base Lord with the sub. Appreciate it.
The ancients has brought me back to life. My love.
He said, I'm from Alabama. We don't play. They don't play. What the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, let me turn this music off. Hold on. We needed to do an examination. Let me slow that down real quick. This looks like some good gameplay. Put that on 25% here. Game of the year. I don't even know what this is. Game of the year.
Arise, my
Let me stop. What up, Trey? He said, this is what I pull up to. Somebody got to do it. Oh, shit. That demonic pussy. Them crazy bitches. I don't even know what the fuck. I guarantee you that's a mobile game. Drug Dealer Simulator 2. When did the first one come out?
Sombra. Man, in a way, I envy you. What a great place.
Trapping ain't dead.
Sometimes, you know, a lot of good memories.
Trapping is not dead. Yeah. Hey, hold up. Is this running off the same engine as Dead Island 2? Like, you can't tell me this shit don't look like Dead Island. Hey, yo, if I was the developers, no, not Dead Island 2, Dead Island 1. If I was the developers at Dead Island, I would look into the source code of this game. This look a little sus. I had the first one, it was so ass. What made you buy it?
Hey, you're not a cop, right?
You're not a cop, right? What the fuck? It's a no for me, dog. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. It's a no for me. Level 0 Extraction, official Steam release trailer. Let's see. I'm a gamer, I was curious. 25 to life prequel. What up, Ro Butler? The way the gun is shooting is weird.
Oh shit! Oh! I'm trying not to kill him!
Looks whack. Let's see. In an article from Event Hubs that came out on PS5 and Xbox don't support MT framework, so Marvel Collection won't be on those systems. Oh, so that's why it's not on the 5 and the X. Okay. Well, that's good. It's like at least backwards compatible. Hold up. Before I buy that disc, the backwards compatibility between the 4 and the 5, is that digital only? Or can I buy the disc for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the PS4 and put it in my 5 and it works? Does it work? I don't know how. I've literally never used that shit. The disc as well? Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll buy a hard copy then. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. We still don't got the second game, but don't worry, guys. A remaster's coming. Physical media forever? Forever.
Jade, 20 years ago, your parents put you under my care.
Never played the original. I've never played this game either, but I always hear like this is like the Ubisoft glory days before Assassin's Creed. Like this is like one of their major games. It does look good, but I just never played it.
Back then, it was a peaceful planet.
Nah, I'm not copping the lollipop shit, lollipop chainsaw. I'm not that big a fan of that game.
Arrived at the gates of Hillis.
They're coming.
This peaceful mining planet in System 4 is now completely encircled by the Dawn Armada.
Can't go there, Jade.
If you want, I'll go alone.
Okay, we'll go together. But I'm sticking to you like bees on.
The sands are coming.
Whether you like it or not.
Jade Empire 2 would be fire.
D53.
Available on all platforms.
Free yourself, Jade. I'll create a diversion.
New treasure hunt.
There still may be time.
Here we come, outer space.
I would get this maybe on a Steam sale. Straight to the Steam Deck. I feel that. 4K 60 FPS. How the Switch one goes. Y'all think the Switch can run this game? What's this trailer you linked? Hold up. Morbid Metal official gameplay trailer. Games baked in Germany showcase. That was a German showcase? What kind of game is this? Wasn't the sequel announced 10 years ago? Yeah, the game's in development hell. What's the name? Beyond Good and Evil 2. Frame rate looks a little shaky, but it looks interesting. You got a robotic samurai. Combos. Definitely a Devil May Cry type of game. This is interesting. Will this come out before Samurai Zero? Everything will. This is a, when does this come out? This is a maybe, like I would cop it on Steam sale type of game because it looks a little rough around the edges, but like I see the vision. I see the vision. When does this come out? Here's a Steam page. To be announced. It doesn't have one. Interesting. Screen juice. It just says coming soon. If y'all want the Steam link. Looks decent though. Let's see. Metal. Ferocious official mecha trailer. This looks the latest UE4 asset flip. Live from the free asset store, Ferocious. This is a game from the Full Sail University Freshman Showcase. Today on the Full Sail University Freshman Showcase, we got Furious, a UE3 asset flip with dinosaurs. Climb. Walk with guns. Look at dinosaurs. And shoot. It's a no for me. Is this Turok? No, this is Barack. Barack Obama, nigga. EA Sports, Madden 25. I went to the comments of Dr. Disrespect's latest live stream and it's filled with Kendrick bars. Oh no. That's so funny. I just looked at the text, Kai. That's so fucking funny. Yo, when I'm done streaming, if they're still on that, I'm gonna text you. You're like, damn, you still here? God damn, shawty. He's juking.
This is Field Sense powered by Boom.
Madden 25 will feature Field Sense in Boom Tech. Oh my God. I love that in the trailer it says this is not available on PS4 and Xbox One. Translation, no brokies.
Tech. Authentic one-on-one impacts fueled by physics.
Data-driven impacts?
But Field Sense isn't just boom tech. Now you see me, now you... It's spectacular.
Rap music. What's the telltale sign of game's gonna be ass, chat? Rap music.
New grabs. Hold up, wait, stop. And more control across the field, so you can combo killer new hezzies with wicked new jukes.
Killer new hezzies.
And elusive new ball carrier mechanics. Okay, I gotta give it all again.
Nah, this gotta be exception.
It's time to buckle your chin straps and lower your shoulders. So you can dominate in franchise mode with the top new rookies and fresh playbooks. Look at me go! Because nothing hits like Madden.
Honestly, fuck this game. College football, like jokes aside, the college football game actually looks better. Like I can see a visual difference in college football 25. Like I feel like that might be bigger than Madden this year. This looks like the same shit. And they're actually trying new gameplay features in the college football thing, like things that I could even recognize. You said it will, LOL. This is sad. It always is. What is this? Hysteria. Okay, today on our Full Sail University Sophomore Showcase, we've got Hysteria, a hard skip. Republic of Pirates.
Republic of Pirates, once a symbol of liberty and parity, made undone by greed and the cutthroat ambitions of the few. But dare.
And on our Full Sail University Junior Showcase, we've got an RTS called Republic of Pirates, another skip. What's this? This is the same shit. Can we get a good game? Let me see the new Warhammer trailer. It does suck as an NFL fan what Madden has turned into, especially because football is so damn big.
Newest installment in the Warhammer 40,000 franchise.
This might be a sleeper hit this year.
Brought to you by Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment.
They saying this shit like Gears.
Creative director on the project. And today I'm going to take you on a tour of the game's story, game modes, progression, and a whole lot more.
It's on my list with Wukong.
Taste of what's to come when
I feel that.
Releases on September.
These graphics are crazy. I want to see more multiplayer. We finna rock with this one.
Third-person action shooter set in the grim, dark universe of Warhammer.
I'm calling it. This is probably going to be the dark horse of the year. A sleeper hit.
Epic story either solo or with up to 3 players in co-op. Space Marine 2's story begins a century after the events of the first game. Captain Demetrian Titus is a genetically enhanced super soldier.
Didn't expect this to look so good. Look at the graphics, bruh.
Eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Titus has returned to the Ultramarines.
You're a lieutenant.
He's back.
He is demoted to lieutenant.
When does it come out? It comes out this September, which is perfect because I don't think there's anything coming out in September. So it might have the block to itself that month.
No, Captain.
And forced to prove his loyalty.
Besides 2K. We don't know what 2K comes out, but it usually comes out September if you don't care about 2K.
Some adversaries, the Tyranids. As you take control of Titus and his fellow battle brothers, Chiron and Gadriel, you'll be thrown into the thick of a war of galactic proportions.
Generic bald-headed black man.
Thanks to our unique swarm technology, allowing us to render hundreds of real enemies on screen at the same time. You'll face seemingly endless waves of crawling, running, and swooping enemies.
Y'all said this got crossplay, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, I already know my PC can't run this shit. Look at all the shit on the screen with the particle and the blood effects. This got crossplay, right?
As far as the eye can see, you must repel a Tyranid invasion and rid the system of the Xenos threat.
PC gonna melt.
Battling in the claustrophobic jungles of Kadaku, the majestic planet-spanning metropolis of Avarax, and other epic locations. After each successful mission, you'll return to the battle barge, a space
Helldiver vibes. Helldiver vibes.
Ultramarines orbital headquarters. Here you can gather crucial intel by interacting with onboard personnel.
Helldiver vibes.
Your next targets and tailor your loadout to your upcoming mission.
Ooh, the banhammer.
Whether you prefer combat or ranged warfare, the Ultramarines' wide range of equipment offers you an array of devastating.
This might be hard. I mean, this might be fun like on hard difficulty.
A balanced approach is certainly wise, since performing a brutal melee finisher replenishes your armor and keeps you in the fight for longer.
It's gonna play like a third-person Doom 2016 and like Eternal. You're gonna have to keep moving and meleeing.
Shred the enemies of humanity with the iconic chainsword. Liquefy them with the melter rifle. Or crush them with the mighty thunderhammer.
600!
How you vanquish the Tyranid invaders is entirely up to you.
Your duty is
not
yet done.
Beyond the story campaign, you'll find Operations Mode. Here, the focus is on cooperation and replayability. Play as one of 6 classes with unique skills and abilities.
Emperor provides.
Then develop and customize them to make them your own. Whether you prefer
Big customization,
snipers, stealth cloak, and long-range capabilities.
You said this the real Helldivers? Chill, chill.
Or the Bulwark's Chapter Banner and Storm Shield combination. Your space.
Hey, this shit is looking.
Your squad mates will be decisive on the battlefield. The more missions you play, the more you'll unlock cosmetics for your Space Marine. You'll also earn XP and armory data that you can spend in the Battle Barge's armory to unlock new class perks and improve your armaments.
We were joking, but low-key, this kind of is a Helldivers competitor.
Performance.
And this looks like it's more my speed. Let's go, multiplayer. I want to see what this hitting for.
Discipline.
If you're into more competitive challenges, well then you're in for a treat. Enter the fray in our eternal war mode.
Helldivers compete with itself.
Yourselves against other players. 6 Space Marines.
Oh my god.
Sworn chaos adversaries in arenas inspired by the game's rich.
Oh yeah, this is a cop, chat. This is a cop. This is a cop.
Choose your preferred rule set. Be it the intense annihilation.
This is not a Full Sail University exclusive.
Seize ground, or the exhilarating
Iron Man multiplayer.
Then engage in adrenaline-pumping matches that will test your skills against players from across the world. Each skirmish offers you the chance to earn more XP and add more weapons to your arsenal as you prove your valor on the battlefield. That's all just a taste of what is to come.
What was that? That big ass robot.
To experience the passion and care that our teams have poured into this game. We've got more surprises in store for you, to be revealed very soon.
They said they got more to show.
His name I will fight.
Bro, look at this shit. We storming the beaches of Space Normandy, nigga.
In his name I will fight.
Look at that. Just like Paw Paw.
For the Emperor.
Or the Emperor.
Pre-order the standard, gold or
September 9th.
And defend humanity on September 9th, when Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC. Heed the call of war, for your craft is death.
Just like Paw Paw. Hold on, let me Google that shit. Yeah, that's a day one, especially because it's September. I feel like September's another month. What the fuck is this shit? I feel like September's another month where like studios don't take advantage. Usually Septembers are very open in terms of games releases. Only thing that really comes out in September consistently is 2K. And if you don't care about that shit, I need to Google because I don't remember. Does it have crossplay? I'm not the only one that Googled it. Crossplay confirmed. Okay, so if you got an old ass PC like me, feel free to get it on PS5 or Xbox. It does have crossplay. It will have crossplay. Yes, sir.